Hey guys, Border Coast Line 75 here, and we're coming at you with a how-to Trinity video. Main inspiration for this video was because as I was searching for videos online, I'm noticing that many of them were previous videos from before a lot of the changes were made. So just wanted to go through the builds here. I've got 3 different builds for Trinity, and I'm going to explain each of them. First one's going to be Energy Vamp build. Now I will explain both when you first get Trinity and with formas on her. So we're going to start out corrosive projection, just to reduce armor. If you do not have her forma, you're going to want to start out with a rejuvenation instead, and that's completely fine. The other thing is, if she's not formed at all, you're going to have no power drift in there, so don't bother unlocking the Exilus slot if you don't plan on formatting her. Now, going through the different build here, a lot of people choose to run for any build. They're going to run Rage and Quick Thinking. It does give you a little more survivability. Obviously, Quick Thinking, drain energy to stop lethal damage, and then Rage, whenever you take damage, it's going to convert 40% of that back into health. If I can find Rage. There it is. So you can run that if you choose to. I don't choose to. It's a little riskier playing this way, but you're going to get a little more return for your party. Now, as you see, we've got 12% power duration, 299 power strength. That's going to be the big pieces of it. The other thing is the 115 range. Just gives you a little bit more range on giving energy back to your party. What's going to happen here, 440 shield capacity, and then you get a little more shield capacity with Vigor. That's what I choose to run instead of running Rage and Quick Thinking. Main reason is you're going to get a little more starting point with your shields. It's also going to give you about 2500 over shield with Vampire Leech. This is the big piece of it for running Energy Vamp. Excess energy replenishes shields, and it's going to give over shield to your entire party. So, Blind Rage, Power Strength on Transient Fortitude, more power strength. Here's your little bit of range. You're running efficiency minus duration. So big thing is you're dropping your duration down to 12%. That's going to make your Energy Vamp ability, which we'll show you right now, second ability on there, it's going to cast in 1.12 seconds the entire ability. So the whole point of this is you're giving energy back to your party almost instantly every time you cast it. You're still going to be able to cast Blessing, your 4th ability here, which restores shields and health to all of your allies. The only thing is it's not going to give you much of a benefit of casting it. You're not going to use Link or Well of Life at all. We'll go back into the abilities. Well of Life, not really going to use it with any of your builds unless you choose to. I don't use Well of Life for anything. Link, your timer on that is only going to be 1.5 seconds. There's no point in casting it with an Energy Vamp build. Blessing, it's going to be just to restore health to your party, not going to be to keep up the damage reduction on it. So, that's first build. So pros and cons. Pro is you're giving energy back to your party instantly. The con of it is you can't really use your other abilities to their full capacity. Next build we'll go to is the Blessing build. A little less used, but this is great for some raid ability. You're going to have 282 power duration on this. It's going to really lower your power strength. A lot of people, again, do run a little more power strength and a slightly less duration. That's completely fine if you choose to. I just run full duration on it because it's going to just be to restore health to your party, and it keeps up damage reduction. So you can run Prime Flow as well if you choose to. I don't have Prime Flow maxed out yet, so just running regular flow. Plus range minus strength, a little bit more range, strength, more strength as well. You got a little duration there, and then power duration minus range, and then shield capacity and health. Now you can swap this out if we choose to. You can, if you choose to, you can run redirection instead of vigor. You can have shields. Now this is going to give you slightly less shields. That's completely fine. Either way you run it. the reason I run Vigor is that little bit of health. It's going to help a lot for when you're facing poison or anything that's going to do a slight bit of damage to you. Now, Link build, this is my own personal build as well, and again, you can change these things out if you choose to. You can run a little bit more survivability, however you choose to format it as well. You can run quick thinking and rage again if you want to stop the damage. This is my solo survival build that I came up with. Works fairly well, minus armor. I'm running abating Link on it as well, reduces armor by 45%, and I'm running coaction drift, which increases aura effectiveness. Basically, when you cast Link, you're taking 90% of armor away from the enemy. So it's a great solo build. Get strength, duration. I'm using natural talent. This is what I'm using instead of rage. Improve casting speed on Warframe abilities by 50%. So what that's going to allow me to do is cast an energy vamp, and since my duration is a little bit higher, what it's going to do is still tick fairly slow, and we'll show you here. So with that energy vamp build, we were running 1.2 seconds on energy vamp. Now we're running 13.95 seconds. So that's going to take 14 seconds to tick to its full capacity. We definitely don't want to wait for that to tick. So what you're going to do is you're going to cast energy vamp, and then you're immediately going to cast Link right after it. And what that's going to do is take 90% of their armor away. Then you kill the enemy, it's going to instantly restore all of what's left of that energy vamp. And that's how you keep your energy up the whole time. Still has a little bit of duration, so if you truly need to, if you're in poison, if you're not running Naramon, which I'll get to in a moment, then you're going to be able to keep blessing up and keep some damage reduction on yourself as well. So that's the basic 3 builds of it. I'll also go over just a brief moment here of what I'm running with it here, and that is currently running Naramon with it. Now what the Naramon tree is, and obviously you've got to complete the second dream in order to get to this point. The main reason is for this right here. Mind Spike grants 10 seconds of invisibility when inflicting critical damage. You're also going to go for give an affinity from enemies, and then the reason that you have that one is just so you can come over to here, and that is 15% crit chance. I only have it on one level of it, mainly because as you level it more, it's going to increase your timer. If you're doing a high level survival like a Mott or something like that, then that's going to take that timer up anyway. So you want to get this cast as soon as you can so that you can stay invisible just by doing melee damage, and then you can keep Link up while you're invisible the whole time. And that's the other reason for running natural talent, is so that you can stay invisible at all times while you're running it. The other option, if you're in a group, you're running blessing build or occasionally energy vamp build, swapping over to Vazarin. Main reason for that is gives you the ability to revive fallen allies instantly. So if you're running any kind of long mission or anything like that where rezzing people is going to be an issue, then you can run Vazarin just to give you the reviving of allies, and that's really the only one that you're going to cast multiple times. Once you get your invisibility rolling, you're fine in Naramon, but if you're running Vazarin, you want to cast it every time it's up, because it's going to keep adding on to how many enemies you can revive instantly. So there it is. The other side of it, since I am running my Link build right now, I could run better weapons that do more damage for my primary. I'm running Sancti Tigris because it can still kill enemies fairly well, but I'm running it for the extra ability on it, which after you fill up the bar, it's going to restore your health. So if you keep that out and then just use your weapon, your melee weapon, then you're going to restore your health every so often. Yes, you have Blessing that you can cast, but it just gives you a little bit more ability to be versatile in case you've got energy loss, anything going on. Gives you just that little bit of extra edge. Last piece to it as well, if you guys choose to, I'm running Fragor right now. It's a fairly slow weapon. The only reason I did start running that recently is because I hit Prime Fury, so I've got the extra attack speed on it. Wanted to give this last piece of it, which is if you're min-maxing and going for your arcanes as well. I'm currently running the arcane that gives 10% chance to increase your melee attack speed as well, and that is Arcane Strike. So again, I just formatted my Trinity 2 times so that I could fully run Corrosive Projection and run this full build on there. If you chose to, you could run a little more duration with this Link build. It would take one more forma to do that. Same thing if you wanted to run Prime Flow and have it maxed out, you might have to put that third forma on. But this is a 2 forma build that's going to give you pretty big versatility, be able to play in a solo setting, play in a group setting, and play in a raid. The other thing about Trinity, and this is the thing I love, is their passives work with your Arcwings. I know a lot of people don't play Arcwing, but if you're doing JV raid or anything like that, you get the extra revive speed even in Arcwing mode. So beautiful, beautiful thing. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know. I will be posting up soon a couple hour survival done with this Link build as well. Thank you guys. Have a great day.